Hello and welcome back to TrainingRite.com. In this video, we'll be talking about how we could be creating a test case, an automated test case in Quality Center, and execute it from within the Quality Center, and find out whether it's a pass or a fail, and then in case of it being fail, report a defect and see as how we could integrate everything within the Quality Center and how we could open the connection to QTP from Quality Center. So all, we'll try to put all those bits and pieces together and see how it's going to come alive. So let's get started. So I'm going to get into the site administrator, quickly go ahead and then create a login here with my admin access, and I'm going to create a domain, and I'm going to create a project within that domain, and that domain would be for a retail category or retail domain. So here we are. In my previous projects, we have created a banking domain and a telecom domain. So this time we're going to be creating a retail domain. So there we go. Click on the create domain, and here we call it retail. Alrighty, and hit OK. As you can see, it had created that domain, right? And if I expand that, I have projects in it, right? And I have project templates in it. So let's go and create a project in this retail domain. So the project which we're going to be creating is, let's say, in my QTP class, I've been working on different projects like eBay is one of the projects. The other one is that eHealth insurance is another one. So since it's a retail, so I'm going to go and then create the eBay project. So create an empty project. So okay, that's fine. So go ahead and do that, and eBay is what we will be creating, and this is going to be going in the domain retail. Click next. It's going to be asking you if this is the database you're going to be dealing with. Again, in the previous videos, I had explained a little bit in detail as what this is all about. So I'm not going to spend time on that. Quickly move on to the next one. If you have any questions, go back and refer to the previous videos, and then you should get the answers to that. Okay, we will be assigning some users as the project administrator. So I'm going to assign myself. So here I am, and I'm going to take Alex as Alex underscore QC as one of the users. By clicking on that, I made Alex and myself as the project admins. I'll also take this as the admin, so I'm just going to be clicking on that, and then is going to be the admin of this project as well. So do a next. Are we going to activate this project? Yes, sure, we would like to. All right, so we go ahead and then click on this create. What this does is behind the scenes, it's going to be creating a lot of tables in a SQL Server database. Those tables where it'll be storing all the information pertaining to this particular project and this domain. The project has been created, as you can see over here. So I'm gonna select that. So what we have done is we have created a domain called retail domain. We have created a project called eBay project. We had assigned some users to it. So that's about it in this. And so let us log out of here and then go back into the QC now. So to go back into QC, I will come back into this and click on this QC. I have been telling you that this A is giving an issue. So there's an issue with the A. So let us go into B, and even B is giving an issue. So let us click this. This basically happens when your QC gets kind of like loaded up. I'm gonna just close this browser and come back again in a new version of the browser. So as you can see, there's something going on. As you're seeing here, Internet Explorer had stopped working, so I'm just gonna cancel that from there. Okay, so we are trying to access the quality center portion of it. So once I click on that, it should bring it up, and hopefully I should be able to get in now. try and do a B, and um, oh wow, following client components were not downloaded successfully. Okay, if this doesn't work this way, then I'm gonna go and get into what is called the Explorer version of that. So probably this is a good time to introduce that. So I'm gonna um, get into Quality Center here, and you see that there's a QC Explorer. There was an add-in. When you install that add-in, it'll give you access to this HP Quality Center 10, and here I could go through this way. It's not going to be opening it through the browser. It is rather opening it through a kind of like a shell or a client server portion of it. So let us see what it brings up. And Mm, okay, so this brings up the quality center portion of it, and as you can see, I'm able to at least see the see what do you call the authentication or the login screen. So here I am trying to log in. I have no password, so if I authenticate, it's going to give me what domains I have access to, and I have access to default retail and telecom. So I'm going to get into retail, and on retail, there's only one project called eBay, so that's what we have in here. So let me log into this project, and once I log into this project, I should be seeing some information about the QC where I have access to those modules. The modules are requirements, business components, test plan, test resources, test lab, defects, and the dashboard. All right. Now, requirements usually the business analyst is going to be going and then uploading all the requirements. So I'm going to make believe that the requirements portion has been done, even though it is not, because they just created this domain in the project. But let's make believe that that is done. So I'm just going to get in quickly into the test plan and then see if I could come up with a test plan. So here we go in the test plan, and what we do is for organization purpose, what I'm going to be doing is I will try and organize myself a little bit here by saying that, okay, I'm going to create a folder structure. So um, highlighting the subject folder, which is the root folder, I'm going to go up here and then click on what is called create a new folder. In this folder, I will say that, okay, this is for the retail um, domain. And under the retail domain, I want to create this eBay. So I'm just going to go and then click on that. And then there's no hard and fast rule that I should be doing it, but more for my understanding purpose, just to keep everything organized, I would like to do it that way. Uh, Let me just make some space so that we can see. All right, so here we are. And what do I need to do in here? We are in the test plan module of it. So I could just go ahead and then create some test plans. So, or rather some test cases. So I'm right here. It's a new test. So click on that. When I do a new test, it's gonna give me this new or rather this dialog box asking me that, okay, you want to create a new test, but what type of test is that? Is that a manual test? Is that business process test? Is this a QTP test? In my previous videos, while I was showing you the Verizon for the telecom domain, we were doing a Verizon as the project, and in there I have shown you as how to create a manual test case. So right now I'm going to get into what is called the quick test case. So this is the QTP automated test case. So let me give it a name, and the name for this would be TC, and this is open app underscore 001. So I just want to make sure that using this test case, I'm able to open my eBay application. So open open eBay app, and I have given it structured numbering here. Are we following any templates? Are we attaching any templates? No, not at this time. So I'm just gonna hit OK. And what you see here is basically it is trying to give you a way of building your test case here, designing rather your test case. So here we are. Let me maximize it. Okay, so now I'm looking at the details of this, and the details of this, what it says is the test name is PC underscore open eBay app underscore 001. This was created today. Merry Christmas. And a designer is me. And the status of this is in the design. All right. If once I finish this, it could be ready to execute, but right now it is in the design phase. Okay, description. This test case um, uh, is to open eBay app using Internet Explorer. Okay, very good. Now let us go ahead and then design this. So when I click onto the design tab, I have the steps here. So I could add these steps by clicking on the new step. And my first step is going to be, what am I doing here? And what is the expected results? My first step is basically open Internet Explorer, and navigate to www.ebay.com. Expected results: Internet Explorer should get open, and we should be able to see eBay site. Okay. All right. That's basically what the test case is, right? Okay. Now, how are we gonna write the script for that? Because it's a automated script. So if I go into this tab, basically what it does at this time is it is trying to take me into QTP. And as you can see here, it is pointing out that it is in QTP, and it is showing me the action one of QTP. Now, I'm looking at myself into the keyword, and when I go into the expert view, it gives me that this test was created using HP Quality Center. Now, I am in the test plan, and I am looking at the test script of it. And now the question is, can I write the script in here so that I could go ahead and then open Internet Explorer and then go to eBay? Now, unfortunately, what you see here is like a snapshot, right? So you are not able to write this any scripts here, or any code in here. So for that, you have to open QTP. So this is how we would be launching QTP from here. So when I click on this one, basically it should be able to launch QTP. Now, um, sometimes we have an issue. These systems, they don't talk, because QC is a client server based application, and then when you are trying to go across the boundary and then try and invoke another application, sometimes you have some hiccups. So the best way is to make sure that you don't load your system with a lot of applications running and all that. So right now I have a situation. I have like so many browsers and all that behind the scenes running. I'm downloading a few things and all that. So probably that is loading up my machine, and then it's not able to handle it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to manually do that. So I'm going to go from here into QTP, and what I'll do is I'll see if I could see Quality Center from QTP. So my QTP is opening up, and once I get into QTP, what I'm going to be doing is try and make sure that I could see QC from QTP. So the way I could open a connection to QC from QTP is if I go, once it comes up, if I go to File, and then from File, there's something called Open Quality Center Connection. So as QTP comes up, here we go to File, and then we say Quality Center Connection. Let me click on that, and it is pointing me to the server where I have my quality center installed. So we that's the URL of that, and then it is saying, do you want me to connect? And then it goes, and then it hopefully would connect to that QC. Well, it's going to take a couple of its. Okay, there it is. It did connect to that, and now it is saying that, okay, which user is going to authenticate, which user wants to get connection to QC. So I want to log in, right? So this is my username. I don't have a password here, so I will say authenticate. So depending on that, it will come back and say that, okay, you can authenticate. We have authenticated you. Which project do you want to go to? And I have access to default, retail, and telecom. And so I'm gonna pick retail this time. And then since in retail I have only one application, one project, eBay. So that's what it is showing in here. Okay, so I'm gonna log into that. Okay, connecting to project retail eBay, adding files and adding folders and all that. Okay, the connection has been established. I am connected. Okay, now at this time, what I could do is I could go in here and see if I could open that quality center project, right? So what I can do here is open a test, and let's see. See here, it says, it gives you this little icon. This icon is to say that where do you want to open the test from? Do you want to open the test from the file system, or do you want to open the test from the quality center? Since we created that test in the quality center, so let's see if the test is there. Can I open it from there? So here I go. I click on that and I highlight it, and then it is showing me that in retail, if we have anything in retail. So there's eBay, and then there's eBay. This is the one which was created today, right? So which is TC open eBay. So now if I open that test case, now QTP is talking to QC, right? These are two different systems now, right? They're talking. So this was the test case which was created here. Let me just okay, this is pretty straightforward. This test is locked by another quality center user. It will open in read-only mode. Fair enough, because here we are. See here, in the back, we have opened that. So since it is open, I cannot do anything in here. So what I can do is I can just get out of here so that I'm not I have not opened, and then I could open that in um, QTP. Okay, so let me just log out of there. Let me just log out of there, right? Um, uh, okay, so we logged out of there. Very good. Now we go back into here. This is still open in the read-only mode, right? Still open in the read-only mode. So what I can do is I can close this. I can close and then go back again. Or let me see if I could open new instance of that. Here it is again. So we see now if it allows us. Do you want to revert to the saved? Okay. Okay. So now we should be able to see it's no longer in the read-only mode, right? So because it's closed from the other application. Now I could do this. What I can do, I can write my code to go to wherever I need to go to, right? So here is a sysutil dot run, and I explore.exe, and the other argument is http www.ebay.com. All right. So if I run this, let me see what it does, whether it is going to open. So it says that results location, as you can see here, that's a new layout here. In the past, we never saw that because now it is talking to quality center. Okay, when I do that, it should open up a browser and take me to eBay. what did I do here? Okay. Um, system. Okay, so as you can see, it is opening up. We are going to eBay. Alrighty, so we just I'm just gonna close that. Okay, we ran this test from QTP. All right, but where is the test residing? The test is residing in the quality center. So let us save this because I just added this new line. So let me save that line. So when I do that here, save. Now where should it save? Where should this save? It should save this line I created in QTP. Now, but because of the fact that I was saving everything where into QC, so if I close QTP right now and if I go back into QTP into QC, log in here into QC and open up that test, I should see that that integration is working. So here we are, log in, and if I go into my test plan, I should find that it has been coded. So here I am in the test plan. If I go and expand that, this is my test case. And as you can see here in the test case, um, we did the design step, which is one step. Open Internet Explorer, navigate to, let me just make some space here, navigate to ebay.com, and the expected results were you should be able to see the site. Okay, we did confirm that in QTP. So but let's see if we have the code, because we wrote that code in QTP. So if the integration is there, I should see that code over here. All right, so when I open it up, I'm looking it up at the keyword view. I would like to look at the expert view to see if the code is there. So when I click on the expert view, and there you go, the code is here. So the integration is there. One system is looking at the other system, so that is there. So okay, so my test case which I've written, which I've designed here in QC, and then I added the code in QTP. Then I came back and see that the code is in here. Now let us execute this code. Can we run this test case? In order for me to run this test case, I have to go into a different module. The different module is the test lab module. So let me go into the test lab module, and in there I want to run this test case. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. Once I come over here, um, I can I can basically have those tests in here, right? So let me create the folder structure first. So here I go and I say that, okay, this is a retail. I mean, you don't actually need to do these things, but I like my work to be very well organized, so that's why I I follow this. And so here we are. So in this eBay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna um, I'm gonna attach that over here, that test over here. Now to do that, I will go and then click on this, what is called the new test set. All right. So in the new test set, I can bring in all the tests which I need to execute. So what test I need to execute? I could just go in here. I mean, I could have done that without even creating these folders and all that. But again, as I'm repeating myself here, I want to have my work organized. So here we are. The test folder is eBay. Test set name is um, this is the test set, and this is let's say for eBay, right? eBay app, right? And this is test set one, and we will say that in this test set we will execute the test steps uh, design in the QC test plan module. Okay, hit OK. All right, so here we go. We have that test set. In this test set, I could have one or more than one test cases which I could execute. So those test cases are sitting in the text plan. As you can see, it's the open eBay is one of the tests that is sitting here. So I want to bring it here into the test lab. How can I do that? For that, I have to I have to select those tests to bring here, and I can select those tests by going into the execution grid. I go into the execution grid, and then I have to bring those tests here. And the way I could bring this test here is by clicking on the selected or select test. Once I do that, it'll show me on this side, right hand side, it'll show me what are all those tests which I could bring. And because I am currently logged into the retail domain, and in retail domain there is only eBay as the project, and in there's only one test, which is this one. So that's what it had brought. Why did not bring from the other domain? Because we could only look into one domain and one project at a time, and that's what we are doing. We are looking into this one domain. So basically we are looking into this retail, right? And in there, this eBay is the project, and in there we have this as the test case. So I want to execute this test case from this test plan tree. So how can I include this test case into my set of tests? Well, I select this, and if I had more than one, I would have selected all, and then click on this button. See this button? See this button? This button is add test to test set. So once I do that, I'm adding this test over here. And as you can see, it tells me the name of the test, right? It tells me the name of the test. And the next thing is it tells me the type of the test, which is supposed to be QTP, and the status. Did we run it? No, we did not run it. So now the next thing is, do you want to run it? Yes, sure, I want to run it. Do I have a run test set? I mean, I could say run test set, but there's only one test in here. So why don't I just go and then click on that? Once I click on that, a window is going to pop up, and then in that window, basically, it is going to show me this, and then we gotta pay a little attention to. Let me just make what will happen here is this is a runner, right? If you're running a manual test, you will open up a manual runner. If you're running an automatic test, you'll open up an automatic runner. And the difference between a manual runner and an automatic runner is in an automatic runner, you have something called a run on host. Run on host is where am I running on, what kind of host is what kind of server I'm running, and am I able to connect to that or not? Since a client-based, client server-based system, so right now this is like a thin client, and then we are trying to connect to the server. So the server address would come up here if I say run. So let me just run it, and it says that host or host group should be assigned. So it is saying that this host group should be assigned, and that will happen once you click on that. The host will come up. This is the host, right? Before it said the host is unassigned. Once you click on that, this will come up. And now let me go ahead and then run that. And now it is trying to connect, and you will see the status here. You will see the status. It'll show up in a couple of things connecting, like as you can see there. And if it is going to be a successful connection, it will show that now it says that unable to open the testing tool. The testing tool is busy. Well, whatever that message is, it says that the testing tool is busy. So let me try one more time and see what it does, because sometimes it gives you those kind of messages, and then as you can see right now, host connected. So when you try and connect it the very first time, sometimes it gives you those kind of funny and weird messages, and okay, the server threw an exception. I guess all this is happening because of the load on this machine. There's a lot of load on this machine right now because we got multiple things going on and all that. So well, I can still try to run it one more time and see what it does, connecting, and hopefully if there's nothing happening in the background, it should be able to successfully execute that test on the trainer server and come back that whatever it is intended to do, it should come back. Because I know I'm downloading something in the background, so there's a lot of browsers which are open, so it might be eating away the memory, so that's why we are seeing that error. But otherwise, this is the process of running a test. So what we have done in here is I showed you right from the beginning by taking you into the site admin. I created a there you go. Here it had established the status is running the test right now, and as you can see, quick test professional is running in the hidden mode. So it is running. Okay, the test has passed. As you can see, the test run has passed. So uh, that means that the browser did open. It opened eBay and all that. That's what it says. And if you want to see the results, you could see the results by going in here and see if the test was passed. It won't. There it is. It's passed, and we just ran it at. If you see the time here, it's 1:25 a.m. and run started at 1:25 and run and ended at 1:25:26. So it did open the browser and then it closed that. And basically, the test is a pass. All right. As you can see that the test is a pass. It took like 2-3 attempts for us to do that. The only reason for that is because again, I'm repeating myself, but I've been downloading a lot of stuff behind the scenes which you cannot look. So that's why it is kind of like eating away a lot of memory. So that's why we had that issue. All right, so coming back to what we have covered in this video is I started up by going into the site administration. I created a domain called retail domain. I created a project called eBay project, and then we came into quality center. And in the quality center, I went in here, and then we made believe that the requirements are already there. And I came in here, and I went into the test plan, and in the test plan I created this test, and we designed that test. I went in there and then I said that this test has got one step, which is open Internet Explorer, navigate to this, and then the result should be Internet Explorer should be open, and we should be able to see the eBay results. We wanted to do the test script from here, and when we went in there, we noticed that it was not able to launch it. This was not able to launch. Usually, what happens is when you click on that, as you can see, it is trying to launch right now. So please wait while there it is. So basically, the tool would come up, and you would be able to go ahead and then do whatever you want to do. Anyway, so that's what we did, and then after that, I went into QTP and I added this line in QTP and I executed that. It did work. So I came back, I closed QTP, I came back here, and when I refreshed that, we were able to see this. So that means that the two systems are talking, they are communicating and all that, right? So which is a good thing. And then next thing is now that we had the test case here, so I wanted to use this test case or load this test case into the test lab and execute it from there. And the way I did that is I went in there and then I said I want to add that, and I created the folder structure, and after I creating the folder structure, I went in there and then I added like the test set. And once you add the test set, it gives you this layout, and in this layout I wanted to add the selected test. So I went into the execution grid and I this highlighted with by me clicking on that, this thing came up over here, and then I added this to by clicking on that, and I said add test to the test set, which came in over here, and then I wanted to run those tests, and when I ran those tests, the status changed to pass. All right. Had there been any defect, we would have failed that and then logged that defect into this defect module. All right. Okay. That's about it in this video. I would seriously encourage you guys to go and try it out. And basically, when we come back in the next video, we'll try and do some more tests and see how they run. And if they fail, we'll try to create a defect and then log that defect. And then we'll also go and then look into the dashboard where we will produce some reports in the form of graphs and all that. So that's QC for you. That's Quality Center for you. Thank you for your time watching this video, and we hope to see you back in another video. Until then, keep practicing, be safe, and adios from now.